Hey you guys, it's Crystal from the Abundantly Blessed Homestead. I just thought I would make a video this morning while I'm making our grain-free waffles. I'm going to be making grain-free cinnamon raisin waffles this morning. So anyway, I have a bowl and all my ingredients, and I'll just list off the ingredients. We'll mix them, and then you probably know how to make them on a griddle. But this recipe is extremely delicious. So anyway, here we go. So the first ingredient is 12 eggs, so we'll start there. Preferably you want like farm fresh pasture raised eggs. These are from our own chickens, so anyway, you're going for 12 of them. Coconut flour uses a lot more eggs than almond flour, but almond flour, you should really be making it at home and soaking your own almonds and re-dehydrating them and then grinding them into your own flour. And well, I just don't have time for that, so we do coconut flour here mainly. Every now and then if I'm going to make like a birthday cake, we'll use almond flour, but for the most part it is coconut flour for us. It's just easier for me. Yeah, babe.
First the eggs, then.
What's after the eggs?
Raisins.
Oh, you want me to put the raisins in?
No, the raisins last.
Oh,
after
yeah.
all this stuff. Okay?
Yeah, we'll put them in last. The raisins go in last, everybody. That's what she was letting you guys know. Alright, there's your 12 eggs. On the burner over here on my stove, I've got 8 tablespoons of butter melting. Oh, don't get too close because you'll burn yourself. Okay, so a dozen eggs. We need a tablespoon of cinnamon. Sometimes I just guess on this, so we're just going to guess, okay? Okay, tablespoon of cinnamon. Then we've got a teaspoon of baking powder. There we go. We've got 3/4 of a cup of coconut flour. Let's see about this. Sorry, I had to go find one. This is 1/3 of a cup, so
Mommy?
we're gonna do like 2.5 of these.
Mommy? Mommy?
I get just a minute, please.
That Daddy stuff, but with that brown stuff, oh, it's back.
Oh no, yeah, we'll do that in a minute. Anyway, I get a lot of my ingredients from Azure Standard. I might be able to put a link in the description. I'll give that a try. But anyway, I order like my coconut flour from there, coconut oil, butter, pretty much almost all of my food. I'm gonna turn off the butter because it's boiling over there. Okay, so now, let's see, we are to honey, which it calls for 1/2 of a cup,
Mommy.
but I know it's still melting. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use 1/2 of my homemade liquid stevia. If you wanna know how to make your own liquid stevia for like, more than 50% of what your cost is. So it's like you get 50% off of what you usually pay to the store. It's super, super cheap. You can check out my other video on here, and it's, what's the label? I think it is under herbal stuff or something. It's about making tinctures and stuff. Anyway, I show you exactly how to make this homemade stevia. It's super affordable. And anyway, so then you can kind of stretch your honey a little further. So I'm going to do 1/4 of a cup of stevia, homemade liquid stevia, and 1/4 of a cup, I'm going to eyeball it, of honey. Okay, now how's the butter? Is it done yet?
Nope.
Nope, not done yet. Okay, so then we're going to go on to the raisins. So we did our 1/2 a cup of honey or sweetener. And raisins are 2/3 a cup here. Let's do that. I also buy my raisins from Azure. You can get them in a small amount or a large amount. No, you're robbing the raisins. That's what you were doing over there, huh? All right. There's the raisins. We got like almost melted butter here. I know they are so good, aren't they? Don't eat too many, please. Okay, I'm just gonna stir it with a fork. If you had a mixer that you felt like using, you could use a mixer or whatever, a whisk if you wanted to, I suppose. Anyway, just gonna stir it. And then I'm going to add the 8 tablespoons of butter to it. You could also, like, if you're totally sugar-free, you could totally do just stevia. And then depending on where you buy your raisins from, just make sure they're not coated in sugar. So you just have, like, the natural sugars from the raisins. Okay, in goes the 8 tablespoons of butter.
Mom, when it's fun, bring that cake. Goodbye.
You're silly. Anyway, this is all there is to it. So we've got 12 eggs, 1 tablespoon of cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 2/3 of a cup of raisins, 3/4 cup of coconut flour, 8 tablespoons of butter, and 1/2 cup of honey. That's it. And you just stir it, and it'll thicken because it's coconut flour, so it'll thicken as it sits here for a couple of minutes. You want to at least let it sit for like 2 to 3 minutes with coconut flour because it always thickens. Anyway, I know it doesn't look like much, but this actually feeds 6 people. The batter, like when you stick it in and you make your waffles, is extremely, extremely filling. So usually we use one of these waffle irons. Whoops. So it's like divided into quarters. Anyway, usually each one of us can only eat a half. So it makes about 3 of these, or maybe 3.5. But like I said, they're extremely, extremely filling, so you don't really need all that much. So anyway, if you like the video, that'd be great. And if you can subscribe and you're interested in watching some of my other videos, that'd be great. Anyway, I hope you learned something new today. Have a good one.